Hi guys, hope everybody is well today. Today I've got a little episode, a few items I've picked up recently, a couple of interesting items which I'll show you. The first thing I want to show you is I got these wonderful stickers through the post all the way from Argentina from my good friend Martin Zozo and his daughters. So he's had these printed, the Tool Lover Argentina. And they're fantastic quality, really textured stickers. And he sent me 3 of them with this wonderful letter asking if I'm okay. And I'm going to put these away. I'm really grateful. Hopefully he'll come and visit one day. We'll make a video. But yeah, so Martin's a collector. He collects backhoe amongst other items. And he's found some wonderful items over the years which are a big part of my backhoe collection. And these stickers are wonderful stickers, and I'm going to put them on my sticker cabinet. In fact, I'll do it now. So this is my cabinet with the stickers on, and we've got plenty of them, all wonderful stickers. And then we've got this new one from Martin, so we'll put that just there on the sticker cabinet. We've got my mate Dave's channel, and we've got Jack's Shed UK channel as well. One of my favorites, Resto Rob, and obviously Scout Crafter, the main man himself. Joe's Shop, all sorts. John Fix, a fantastic channel as well, really good. And one of my absolute favorites, Essential Handyman, super knowledgeable about a lot of things. All right, let's move on to the next. So thanks ever so much for Martin for the wonderful stickers. I've put the one on the wall, and these 2 will go somewhere else, I'm sure. I'll pass them on to my friends or put them somewhere else in the garage. So the next items I got are these 4 items in here. The first one is Alex found this. This is aluminium. I bought 2 of them, one for me and one for Alex. And it's a Fred Dibner Christmas tree. These are on eBay. I think they're about £5 or £6. Fred Dibner decoration. They're made out of aluminium. And they're quite nice. This picture of Fred in the probably 70s or 80s, possibly on his mother's roof with a Christmas tree, with a Father Christmas outfit on. I think they're just splendid. Quite nice quality with them being aluminium, and I think they're about £6, which is about $8. So if you like Fred Dibner, you'll find them on eBay. I bought 2, came super quick. The chap delivers them in this little parcel. That one's Alex's. The next item I got is, this was a gift from my father. This is a silver knife, letter opener and pen knife, lockable pen knife. You can pull it out to open it, or you can lock it in position. This is by Samuel Morden, and this is solid silver. And this was a Samuel Morden made lots of toy silver, small, delicate items. They're highly sought after by collectors, and they go for good prices. It's got a foldable pen knife, which is lockable away, and it's a nice thing. Really nice little silver. Very, pretty, got a decent weight to it. A nice item, so I'll treasure that. I do like paper knives. I don't have too many of them. I probably have 4 or 5. I tend to usually buy the ones which have kind of writing on, advertising. This one's got a pen knife, this one doesn't. It's just a paper knife. But yeah, I thought that's a nice addition to the pen. I do have a few more, but these are the ones I grabbed to show. The next item I got, which is just looks like a generic simple rule, but it's not. It's made by HOLTZAPFFEL, and HOLTZAPFFEL are from sort of the 1840s, and a very fine tool maker. And this little folding rule obviously is quite a long rule, 4-piece rule, standard thing really. I wouldn't have bid on it if it wasn't HOLTZAPFFEL, but I do have a HOLTZAPFFEL lathe, which 1 or 2 of you may have seen in a video. It's quite nice. I do like HOLTZAPFFEL tools. You can see here, HOLTZAPFFEL is possibly around the sort of 1840s. Very fine manufacturer and high quality. Obviously the wrench is the most prized HOLTZAPFFEL tool I have, which I keep in my wrench drawer. But I do have a few other small hand tools, and I thought this would be another addition to the HOLTZAPFFEL drawer, which I'll show you later. The next item, and the last item apart from what I bought on the car boot, which I'll show you, I bought this, which is a Win Timmins patent 10-inch quick adjust with the springs actually in it, and then the fine adjust to a fine adjust up. It's a reasonably common design, you do see them, but the 10-inch is not a common size. And I do have one other 10-inch, and it's the one from Ron's book, and it's called the Patson's Patent 1878. But you usually see these in 8 inches. They're quite common, but the 10 is a little bit less common. This is the one from the book. You can see that the rivet has been sheared off, and there's no spring action anymore, so it just slides up and down without, you know, too much resistance. A very rare example of a reasonably common design, but I think this is a better example, with it having still got the spring action and still having the rivet, and the writing is, I'd say it's similar, so maybe this is slightly better, but on the whole I think this is a better example, and that's why I bought it from my good buddy, and I think it's Andrew. He gets really nice items, and I've had so many good things from him, and he did offer it me. I thought, oh, I've got it already. He put it on eBay. I thought I better buy it because it's a slightly better example. It's worth keeping, so I'll put that in my Win Timmins drawer. And then the next items I'll show you, which I bought from the car boot sale, and I'll show you those now. Right, so the last thing I bought was from the car boot sale, and it was pretty much the only thing I bought on that day, is a collection. This is a Dennis F12 fire engine. Looks to be quite an old design. We've got this Scania aerial rescue pump, which is a modern design, probably still in service today, actually, I would have thought. We've got this one here, which is a Dodge 500D or D500. Looks to be a really cool fire truck. And I got this here, which is a Horch H3A, which is a cool little fire truck as well. And then what else did we get? We got a AEC Regent 3, which looks to be quite regal with its sort of ladders and all the rest of it. They're very detailed. And then I got this one here, which is a Bedford RLHZ Green Goddess. So maybe this is Army sort of edition. And then here we've got the Mercedes-Benz L1519. Looks to be a cool, somewhat in the middle between the older and the newer generation, but a cool design. Looks like it's got a big ladder on it. Maybe it's for inner cities. And then here we got a Bedford heavy unit little fire truck, and I got these for my good friend Alex's little boy Tyne for Christmas, and I'm going to post these off for Christmas. I bought them all, and I paid the grand sum of £25 for all 8, and I think that's a bargain. They're quite detailed bottles. You can see through. They're a bit scratched. I think they've been, some of them are, you know, see the Scania, but I think that's got a modern number plate. Is that an 09? Yeah, so that's only 15 years old, this one, so probably some of those still in service. So yeah, I bought these for little Tyne. He'll either put them on his shelf, or he'll potentially open them all up and snap all the little ladders off. I'm sure he'll have fun either way, looking at them or snapping them, whichever. All right, so let's get these items put away, and we'll sort it from there. Right, so we've got this slightly new edition Timmins with the original rivet and the spring still inside, and that's a great addition to the Timmins wrench drawer. Really love Timmins, and it's hard to find anything new. I'm not quite a new wrench, but certainly a better version, so that's a great addition. And then just over here we've got this wonderful drawer with a few little knives. I think I'll put that Samuel Morden little silver one in that drawer rather than over in the brass drawer. I've got a few little pen knives and stuff, not many, but a few, so that's a nice addition. So as I was saying, here's a few overflow, and this is a doubles drawer, and you can see I've got like a somewhat of a second set of doubles. As you can see, the sort of 8-inch one is the most common, and they come up quite often, but the 10's a little bit less common, and that's why I decided to buy it. So I was quite pleased with that. So I've got my little Fred Dibner steam plaque off his original roller, and I've decided to put Fred up there, not as a Christmas decoration, but as a permanent on his mum's roof. I think it looks kind of cool with my little Fred beer mat, which Alex found both of those, found the links for both of those, so thanks Alex. And my little new addition, the little lamp, which is kind of cool, so I was quite pleased with that. Nice addition to the little Fred shelf. Right guys, so last but not least, we have this wonderful sort of HOLTZAPFFEL lathe. Really finely made lathe with really fine handmade lathe, which obviously you may remember in a previous video. This lathe was sort of from the sort of 1840s, I think, and 1846, and it sold for the sum of £137, and that was the average wage in 1846 in England was around £20 for a skilled man. So this was 7 or 8 years salary. And then obviously the drawers themselves come with all different tools, with ivory handles, etc, etc. But we have this wonderful new addition, which is a HOLTZAPFFEL rule. So we'll put that in the drawer with the other items. So I think it's a nice addition sort of to the drawer. Not too many hand tools, but they're not that common, and when you do see them, they're really expensive, and I can't justify spending that much on them. So if I do see one at a moderate price, I'll try and buy it and add it to the collection. All right, thanks for watching if you got this far. Thanks for Martin and these wonderful girls for the wonderful stickers. Hopefully you enjoyed this quick video. All right, bye.